Hey y'all, it's Amy from harryshomesteadblog.com, and today I have my Instant Pot again for another recipe. I'm going to walk you through how I make a perfectly salted, perfectly flavored Instant Pot popcorn. The ingredients we'll be using today are popcorn kernels, some coconut oil for the actual popping, some avocado oil for seasoning our popcorn, and Maldron sea salt for the salt. To begin, I'm going to turn my Instant Pot on to saute, and you want to make sure it's at more. This is the highest setting on the saute function, which will get up to about 350 degrees, which is what I need to pop the popcorn. Now you need to be aware of the oil that you're going to use to pop in needs to be able to reach that smoke point of our Instant Pot, which is 350. So coconut oil does have a high smoke point. Avocado oil would also work as well, but I like to just flavor it with the avocado oil and actually pop it in the coconut oil. You could also use a ghee butter. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait until this reads hot. So that lets me know that it is at the temperature I want it. It takes about a minute or two to reach that point. My Instant Pot now reads hot, letting me know that it is now at that 350 degrees. And I can go ahead and add my coconut oil and my popcorn kernels. So I use about 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I've done this trial and error several times. I've tried it with 2 tablespoons. 3 seems to be right at the perfect amount. So I'm gonna add this and let it go ahead and melt. Now the Instant Pot is a dome shape on the inside, so you'll notice all of the coconut oil is around the edge of the Instant Pot. So that is where I want to make sure all of my popcorn kernels are going to be placed as well. I'm going to add a half a cup of popcorn kernels. I've tried making this with a cup of popcorn because I wanted to make a larger batch. It does not work. Just stick with half a cup, and if you need to make more, just make a second batch. This will make a good amount of popcorn. It's enough for 2 people and maybe a child. All right, so I'm going to add these in. I'm going to toss them around so that they are all evenly coated with that coconut oil. And then you want to make sure they're in a single layer kind of around the rim of the Instant Pot liner. It takes probably 2 or 3 minutes before they actually start popping. Once they start popping, I'm going to grab a glass lid, place it on top. The Instant Pot sells a lid made just for the Instant Pot, but I always just use my Stock Pot lid. Any glass lid that you can see will work. I have 1 pop, so I'm going to go ahead and add the lid. In just a moment, we'll start to hear it popping. We love this popcorn. I think it tastes even better than the pre-packaged popcorn. About a year and a half ago, quit using microwaves in our home, and we really miss popcorn. So I know you can make stovetop popcorn. I just never really got on to trying. And then when I found out you could make popcorn in the Instant Pot, it was just so simple, so quick. If you notice it starts to slow down and you know it's not all popped, you can kind of just give the Instant Pot a shake. Just kind of toss it around in that coconut oil to pick it back up. It is starting to slow down, so I'm going to kind of give it a shake. Once you hear the popping slow down, you kind of want to listen, and when you hear about 10 or 15 seconds from each pop, you want to go ahead and take off the lid and take the liner out so that your popcorn does not burn. So I think we're almost to that point. I'm going to go ahead and remove the liner so that the popcorn does not burn. See, it's about a little over halfway full of popcorn. Now here's my favorite part, the seasoning. Now you can season the popcorn however you want. This is just our preferred way. We simply use avocado oil and the Maldron sea salt. So I'm gonna add this to a bowl. You see, I do have a few unpopped kernels. They probably didn't get completely tossed in the coconut oil. I've had less than this. This may not just have been the best batch, of course, since I'm filming. But the idea is to get as many of those kernels tossed evenly in the coconut oil so that you have as few unpopped kernels as possible. You're gonna go ahead and season it. You could use garlic, you could use like grated Parmesan cheese, you could use like a cinnamon, pumpkin spice, sweet popcorn. This is just our favorite way. So I'm gonna use avocado oil. I start out with a tablespoon. If I think I need more, add a little bit along, but a tablespoon seems to be a good starting point. These are the absolute best sea salt flakes I have ever tried. I get them on Amazon. You can also order them from Thrive Market. They're Maldron sea salt flakes, and they just have the perfect texture. They pull out the best flavor in your food items. I'm gonna start out with a teaspoon of salt. Sprinkle it around. And then I grab the lid that I just had and shake. And then you always have to do a taste test. A little more salt. A little more avocado oil and a little more salt. Always just trial and error. I usually do between 1 and 2 tablespoons total. So I'm gonna add about another half tablespoon now. Just go by your taste preference. There we go. Perfect. As you can see, a half cup of kernels made this much popcorn. My husband and I could share this if we could probably share it with our son once he's old enough to eat popcorn. If you needed more popcorn, just make another batch. I used 1/2 cup of kernels at a time. Again, if you use more, you run the risk of having a lot of unpopped kernels. I think this tastes way better than the pre-packaged microwave popcorn. It doesn't have any extra oils that are unnecessary, any added colors or dyes or flavorings. It's simply popcorn kernels and oil and salt. We stick to avocado oil, coconut oil, ghee butter. We try to avoid all vegetable oils. This is a delicious, perfectly salted popcorn that we eat very regularly in our home. So I hope you've learned a new way to use your Instant Pot today, making Instant Pot popcorn. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel as well. I post 2 new videos each week on our homegrown lifestyle at our Wholesome Homestead. Thank y'all so much for stopping by.